2. All right, well, we'll start off with an epic start. Welcome to another Battlefoam vlog. You have me, the Foamy Overlord, and...
Billy Battlefoam? I think that's what I go by.
That's all you even got.
Yes.
I didn't even come up with Foamy Overlord stupid, but it unfortunately stuck, which sucks.
That was a while back, too.
That was a very while back. So, yeah, hey guys, thanks for joining us for another vlog. We're going to be doing these on a regular basis. Somebody suggested this should be a series of 2 of 2. I think might go 2 of 3.
Two-part sequel.
We're going to extend to a 3rd part next week.
The Netflix special where you get 3 seasons and then you're done.
It's just going to say 1 season for ours. No, but we're going to be bringing you these regular vlogs, and hopefully with practice they'll get better and sizzlier. Maybe some cool insert now.
Oh, yes.
Like a thing. Just something should overlay right now.
Right, somebody should come in.
Something cool. I don't know right there. Maybe just a picture of a really hot lady.
Star wipe.
Yeah. So there's going to be all kinds of effects, like glitter. Like right now we're glowing.
Maybe some music.
Probably not glowing.
Yeah. Glowing.
So anyway, our goal is to entertain you for as short of amount of time as possible.
Yes.
But also get you some good information that may be useful for your hobby needs and, of course, your hobby storage. Yes. Because that's what we do here.
Yes.
So let's jump into something, Billy, that is very important, is the spring sale.
Yes.
Got to sell you something, right? It's a selling environment.
Yes.
Spring sale goes when, Billy? Tell us.
So, basically the premise of the timing of the sale is the fact that Adapticon got pushed again, so it's no longer happening. LVO got canceled this year. They just missed and was able to occur last year. So we came out with a sale to help pretty much support the fact that we weren't going to conventions anymore, and the fact that people weren't traveling as much anymore, so we wanted to kind of still support that lifestyle. So we had our sale last year called the Adapticon Sale. We're now just going to call it the Spring Sale. It's going to occur March 25th through the 28th, which is exactly when Adapticon 2021 was going to occur.
Yes.
I do know that they have confirmed that Adapticon 2022 is going to happen. And then the fact that other conventions are either delaying or saying they are going to occur, I feel that's Adapticon 2022 is going to happen. It's probably going to be super big because it'll be 2 years gone and then a big comeback, welcome back kind of thing. So
I feel comfortable that we will be back to some sort of regular, normal interaction with human beings, within the next 6 months. So ideally, what sales we're running now for you guys are designed to prepare you for when things go back to full normal.
Correct.
Let's say, right?
Yes.
So this spring sale, even though there are any conventions happening in the next month or two, like Adapticon, like LVO, that would have happened, and other ones smaller and whatnot, it at least prepares you guys for hopefully summer events, right? So you would shop now, get the good savings, and then be able to move into your summer fun, and then of course back to school in the fall and so on. So look for that. I think one of the big things, Billy, is that Battlefoam is wanting to provide regular intervals of sales. Before we originally started years ago, just a Black Friday sale, which was like a one-day event once a year. Other than that, it was full price all year round. Then it moved on to a 4th of July sale. Then we added General Baggy's birthday sale. So ideally, we want to be able to give you guys opportunities throughout the year, 5 different sales. A spring, a summer, a fall, a mid, and then like a VIP sale. And the reason for that is, of course, if we can provide you guys opportunities to save money, we are trying to do that. So look for those. But again, that is next week from when this airs. So you really jump aboard and watch that action because a lot of stuff is on sale.
Oh, yes. And the timing-wise is perfect because, if you're U.S.-based, hopefully you're getting some of that stimulus money. Yes, from Uncle Sam. And then hopefully...
Invest it.
Yes, invest it into some quality protection, Battlefoam. And then, of course, tax refunds are coming back as more people are doing taxes due to stimulus and all that stuff. So I think it's a good time if you're able to kind of spend some money on your hobby that you're getting flush. That would be a great time to actually cash in. And then, like you said, be ready for the next convention because it looks like a lot of people are starting to, reset as the conventions are going to be. So, as you said, from this airing, it'll be the following week, March 25th through the 28th, 2021. It actually, if you watch this video, you kind of get a little bit of sneak peek. I think they deserve it if you watch this video. It'll actually start on the 24th at 9 p.m. Pacific time, which is what we're now because of daylight savings. and Arizona's a rebel and doesn't want to participate.
Okay.
So, but 9 p.m. Pacific, which if you're East Coast time, it doesn't mean anything. But if you're on the West Coast, you get a few hours early, if you will.
Early preview. The doors open early for you guys. A VIG sale, as some will call it.
If you're West Coast. Otherwise, it's just midnight your time. So, but the good thing is that you'll be able to enjoy a few things, and I'm going to do a quick breakdown of what we have on discount.
Quick.
Yes.
Real quick. So, focus the quick part.
Yes. So 50%. We actually have some older style bags or just bags in general that we like to keep as great deals. So we have our Infinity bags in the 2.0 version for the Alpha, the 1.0 version for the Beta. We have our Pack Mini 2.0 is going to be on sale for 50% off. Both of our EVA cases are going to be on sale, which comes in the Mini and the C4. So that's a really good time. Those are smaller size cases, so if you play like skirmish games, Dungeons & Dragons, if you only have your 1 mini or 2 that you're carrying, this is a good time. Our C bag, which came around when comic books were much more of a thing physically than digitally, that was made to hold not just comic books, but you could put your codexes in there and then put them in your backpack. Some people get those limited edition codexes from 40K or whatever, and then to help protect them, you can put them in the C bag and then in whatever bag you carry them in, just so you don't get those bent corners and all that kind of stuff. So, and then probably the first time we've ever done this, we have selected a lot of really solid troop trays.
Yes.
That
special green bottom.
Yes. So they're going to get special neon green bottoms. We have used those bottoms before for previous products, but this will be the first time we're going to use it on standard SKUs. And when you buy them, they'll be half off for one, which is an amazing deal on any foam tray. And then the fact that they get that cool, unique green bottom. So I definitely can see people buying these in like 5-10 packs, all that kind of stuff. So those are the major discounts. You step down, not to forget about the UK, but the UK is going to have their privateer press bags and foam. Those are all going to be 45% off, so that's going to be a smoking deal to help get those. Yes, 45% off on a quality War Machine bag or Hordes bag. That's a pretty big deal. So 25% is pretty much the standard for everything else. Any bag, which is going to include the limited edition bags, which are the red, white, and blues that we still have, includes the hard cases, includes all of our sword, shield, spear bag line, pretty much everything else that wasn't on that 50%, which is a majority of our bags. All of our pack bags, which is going to be the 720, 432, 1520, 352, 216, pack plus, all that stuff will be included. Yeah. And then 20% off will be all Magnarack products. So Magnaracks are going to be 20% off. That's going to be single sets.
Huge.
And going to be the leg kits as well, so if you're just looking to get some of that. And then lastly, bag bundles are going to be 15% off. The only reason is because those are already discounted. So to compound that with another discount as high as 25, it would just kind of be way too much. So they became 15. Outside of that, that's pretty much it.
Oh, Lord. Sale. Yes.
Done and done.
All right, so just so you guys know, on a side note, GenCon is happening this year as of now.
As of now, yes, they just announced it.
It's been pushed back to September, and so it's really only a 1-month delay. And the cool thing about it is that they're doing both a physical and a virtual version of it, which in a way helps out people that don't have enough time to plan for this event and get ready and get to it. You'll still be able to do a lot of events online like they did last year for the entire event. There'll be a hybrid. And of course, the smaller crowd, of course, they have to limit that. I'm sure the city of Indianapolis has put some sort of restrictions on how many people can go. There will be smaller, cooler, nicer events, but that also means vendors are going to be back. Like us, we will be at the show, of course.
100%.
Smaller booth because we're also limited. So everybody that's part of GenCon this year is being limited in some way to occupancy, and that's okay. It's safety first, and at least we're getting to see you guys in person. At least the world's kind of reopening. So take advantage of that when you see us in September, and of course look for more information as we get closer to it. I'm sure we're going to partner up with GenCon as we always do, and do some sort of promotional thing, giveaways and whatnot, and more than likely we'll be presenting some new product, which we already have started design on, that will be featured at that event. So look for cool new things coming out in September for that actual physical tournament, or I guess you can call it convention, tournament, whatever it is.
Yeah, the crazy thing too is typically when they have Gen Con, it's this football season hasn't kicked off yet.
Yeah.
And they use Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yeah.
But they're not going to, in my opinion, I don't think they'll be able to, because the Colts will be playing at that time of the year. So, because obviously the NFL went off without a hitch last year, which means they're going to go again this year when we're opening up more. So.
Well, the limited occupancy, they won't need the space.
I agree.
Yeah. The convention hall there is huge. So the overflow won't exist because I think from what the rumor is, it's 1/5 the size.
Yes.
So what is it, 225,000 a day, I think is what they said?
I think Saturday, Sunday, they get up to almost 50,000.
Okay, so maybe
it's a crazy number, yeah.
Yeah, which, I mean, you guys think that show brings in close to 200,000 people a day, which is nuts. So
yeah, and I think the international group will probably not be there in force.
Right, which makes sense.
Right, I think a lot of international people won't travel. And then that's the great thing about them doing, kind of half virtual, if you will. And I wouldn't be surprised if they just continue that from now on.
Well, I mean,
in some form of virtual.
It doesn't exclude anybody, right? So you guys get to enjoy it even if you're not able to go to it. Right. Or it gives you some idea of what happens at the event so that you can plan to go to it in the future.
Yes.
But anyway, moving on. Okay, the Drukhari are getting a codex.
Yes.
Finally,
going
40K.
to pre-order 2 days from now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So some Drukhari action.
Yes.
There's something going to show up here.
Yes. Now
we don't have any of it.
I will say, if you haven't played 9th edition yet, which we haven't technically played, other than the one game we played, they have a really cool system now, which is called Crusade, which I think I totally would get into if we picked it up. Is because it's narrative based. So you start out small, you build your army, they gain like different flavor, like battle scars and other things like that. And so I was kind of reading through the Drukhari, previews, and a lot of it was pretty much, obviously if you know the lore, they're slavers and they, capture people and turn them into their slaves and all that kind of, they're pretty much like crime syndicate, right? So, and it's just kind of revolving around becoming like the best crime lord, if you will. So I thought that was pretty cool. But of course, all the new models, I'm sure they're going to come out with something. But we already have awesome trays for like all the Ravagers and all the, boats and all that, Corsair boats and all that kind of stuff. So
very cool. Now, Dire Chasm for Warhammer Underworld. You guys know that game.
Yes.
So there's a bunch of things that they've, I guess, announced that are going to be coming. Billy.
Yeah. So they've kind of had a roadmap, if you will. And then, of course, Warhammer Underworld is the core, the main game.
Yeah.
And then Dire Chasm is wave 4 of, like, I guess all the releases, because it started, I believe, with Shadespire. But they already have 3 factions out now. Of course, the first 2 came in the box, and then they had Kagra's right here, which we actually have a tray for already.
Yep, so check it out.
Yes.
This is available on the website, and all of the trays for this style of gaming, if you will, are going to have locations, as you can see, for the cards, which are needed to play the game, and then, of course, the minis. So you are able to store everything in its own individual little section. Now, the cool thing is this size tray, which is called the Battlefoam Small, this size tray will fit perfectly in our 352 case, and that allows you, as the editions release, to just slowly stack these up and keep them separated with their cards and, of course, the models. So this is a really cool way if you are into this and you're growing your factions, or if you're adding to your factions, or just want to have more minis. This is a really cool way to transport them and have everything sorted easily. So if you switch back to, let's say, 40K skirmish style, just pull these trays out, put them in your closet, slide in whatever else you want, and then these are going to be all in one place. So if you decide to take this batch or this faction out, you're going to be all set up. So this is pretty cool. Let's throw that over there.
And we do make it in our half blitz. So if you only want to carry a faction or 2, you can put it in a C4 bag or something.
True, yeah.
So we have options, which is what we love to do.
Lots of options. Okay.
But they have a bunch of different ones they're going to be releasing.
Should I go over the list?
If you can.
I will. Okay, so Starblood Stalkers.
Lizardmen.
Yes. The Crimson Court.
It's going to be Vampire.
Flesh Eaters.
Knights, Flesh Eater Court, yeah.
Hadrax,
Gobos,
Mad Mob.
Orcos, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right. It's been a while since I read my
fantasy.
fantasies. Canaan's Reapers.
That's from OCR Bone Reapers, I believe. Yes. So that was the one they just showed a model of, and then I believe they haven't even showed a model of the next group, which is an Ideneth Deepkin one, which they've never.
How dare you say it that way?
Ideneth Deepkin.
The deep skins. Yeah. All right, the flying fish.
Yes.
As we call them.
Yes.
Now, just so you guys understand, let's put a cue up of what they look like here now.
Yeah,
so
there's a cool graphic that you could see.
All right, so understand for the people that, because they asked this, how are they flying if they're fish people? Okay, they bring water with them.
Yes.
Okay, they basically bring a giant tidal wave and they're in it.
Yes.
So when you see 2 armies fighting, they're like behind the wall of water, and the enemy or their opponents are on land, potentially.
Yes.
Eventually they will be engulfed by the water, and then they'll be fighting on their terms, which for them, they would be dead.
Right.
Their enemies.
There is actually a gentleman who actually made his Ideneth Deepkin army, and he put them in little different fish bowls.
Oh, I love it.
And he was putting them around, and it was cool flavor. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, Warhammer Quest Curse City.
Yes, so that is going to be Blackstone Fortress is done.
Yeah,
they finished that. That was obviously set in 40K universe. Now they're reeling back to the Warhammer Fantasy Age of Sigmar time frame. It's going to be a whole new set of releases. You're going to get the core game, Cursed City, and then they're going to have obviously expansion after expansion. They've been releasing like different heroes for that. Obviously, we're going to keep releasing as they release, and then eventually it will end up in being a full kit. If you don't know, Warhammer Blackstone Fortress, we do have a 432 complete kit, which does fit everything now, including Ascension. We made the modifications for that recently. Or you can, if you like to keep them in all the cool boxes that they come in, we do make a foam tray for each one of the boxes, no matter how big or small. That way you can kind of keep it all together. They do look pretty cool together with all the box art and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, we're just looking forward to that and that release. So.
And then lastly, Epic Encounters Temple of the Snake God.
So Epic Encounters, if you don't know, if you don't play pen and paper games, you wouldn't know, but it's a line from Steamforged Games. And basically there are different encounters that you could put into your Dungeons & Dragons game or different pen and paper game. And they come with different cards and tokens and the actual model themselves, which can be quite large. They have a dragon one. And the great thing about that is that it's going to have an easy way, if you're running a game as a dungeon master, to have an encounter that would be something your players can do without having to put in much work for yourself. So it's a really cool setup. The great thing is they're made to fit in their boxes and maybe fit on your bookshelf or what have you. And so that is where the reason I wanted to bring it up is I feel in the near future we will have a line just set up for the Epic Encounters.
Yeah.
So, and that would be pretty cool because some people have asked about it already, and currently it just comes with a plastic insert to hold it all, which might be fine if you're not painting, but I've seen some pretty awesomely painted miniatures, and obviously our foam is going to be the ideal situation for those.
Obviously. Okay, so let's talk about obviously ideal foam.
Yes.
What do we have here, Billy? Let's chat this up.
Okay.
So this release is for what army? Talk to me. Talk dirty to me.
Head of Knights of, well, for them it would be Head of Knights of Slaanesh just came out with new models. They've got a new version of their codex, or I should say Battlefoam, I'm sorry. And that's going to be in conjunction with the release that they had last year, I believe, or early last year, or late 2019. But they had a decent sized release with new models, and then they just did another wave now, which comes with Glutos, the gluttonous guy. You also got new cavalry, which is the
so just a side
Seekers.
note, this tray not only fits Glutos,
Glutos.
that's what I meant. Glutos, like what's in my hips.
Glutos.
Not only does it fit this guy, but you have all of the characters that were released last year.
Yes.
So you're going to be able to put everything in one place now, luckily. Which, of course, if you're playing this army, you're going to need all this space because so many of their models are cool and very dynamic. So once we drop that little dude in there, you'll see you have a ton of space here for the other characters. And it's a good way to carry everything because you have some extra space here for just generalities. You can throw dice in there. You can throw a larger model, even a custom model that you made yourself or something like that. So it's a very cool tray. This is available on the website. This will be part of the sale, so you will have that. Even though it's a brand new release, it's part of sale. Now, not only that, but of course, because the army kind of got flushed out as a whole, we did a new troop tray that's going to fit what, Billy?
So these are the Blitzbarb archers. But they could also have the Lord of Pain character in here. We got their new Shaper in here. And then these are just kind of slots for other different characters and mages and stuff that they have. And then these are just going to be standard line troops. These bigger ones are also going to be more posy because like even the Blitzbarbs, they came with a character that was a little more posy, so it didn't fit in these very well. So we made sure we accommodated for that as well.
So this tray is designed specifically for them, understanding that there's variations to the minis. And then, of course, if you have other minis or they release future one-off blisters or whatnot, then you're able to get that.
Yes, it won't get outdated.
Won't get outdated. That's true. Now, the next one, and this is a cool character tray slash, I guess you would almost call them heavies. Not heavies, but, you know, like elite-style models.
Yes.
And what do we got there, Billy?
So we have Sigvald, which is our new character. He's pretty much a very sexy-looking dude.
Flowy.
Yes, Fabio.
Yeah, very
is what
flowy.
some people call him. And then we have the new fiends in here, which of course we have. You can put them in standing, so you can have your sets in there. And then we also have normal standard troop sizes that you can put in standing in here for the most part. So if you have Blitzbarbs and you wanted to put them in here, you can do that, or other troops that you have.
So this also on the website and part of the sale. And then lastly, at least for them, we have their fast attack choices.
Yeah, so these are their new cavalry, which are the Seekers. You can can make them in Blitz Barb or their Spear version. And then the other slots are actually made to hold their other new model. So you can put these in standing. So it's kind of variation of what you want to build out your army and what you're collecting. You can kind of mix and match what your needs will be.
And all of these shapes and styles are already on the custom tray creator. So if you guys want to build your own thing, you're able to do it and not have to worry about selecting something pre-made. So you can trick it out even further. Now, staying in the Age of Sigmar realm, we have this guy.
Yes, so the Daughters of Kane just got a new Battlefoam as well. And with that release, as opposed to a bunch of different models, they finally gave them their endless spells, which was something I thought was surprising when they did do their Battlefoam the last time. But now it's finally out, so we have a tray for all the 3 spells, and then plus you have extra slots for different characters and different models that will fit in the army. And we've already obviously covered the Daughters of Kane line with the Bloodseekers and all that kind of stuff, so that would be the way to go for that.
And now, Billy, let's switch over to 40K or 40K style gear because what has come out just recently is their new speeder, which I just think is a great model. This is customizable, so I didn't glue it together. Everything's falling apart. But what this sweet little ditty does is, of course, it's a more badass armored speeder. So because of that, the size is a little larger. Irrelevant what weapons you have, so you can have different weapons on them. And of course, these guys fit in here very nicely. And in this one, as you can see, there are 3 of these and then 3 of the original type speeders. So you have that option. And these, for the flight bases, we came up with a very smart design for these, which is to simply put the flight base in like so. If you were to add the flight space like this, it would take up a ton of space. If you were obviously to put it this way, it would totally kill the tray off. And not everybody glues them to the mini, so we don't have the tray designed in a way to adapt for that glued in. Now we can do that, and we do that, but currently we wanted you guys to have the opportunity to be able to put them in a way that it doesn't take up a lot of space in your case. Now, the cool thing about this tray is there's actually 4 versions of it. So there's 4 different layouts. Now, Billy, this is the one with the bikes?
Yes, the new Outriders, and then the ATVs will fit in here. So you got 3 Storm Speeder slots, 3 ATV slots, and 3 Outrider biker slots.
And of course, their flight stand. So this is a good tray if you're running Dark Angels. That could work for them. I mean, really, there's any combination of Space Marine setups. Here's another one here. This is just a different layout of speeders. So that's a cool one there. And then last but not least, one that is
all
just bulked out.
Speeders. You got 6 of them.
You're that guy.
Yes.
You run this, you're that guy.
I'm buying 6 of these boxes.
With Meltons, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're just that guy. Let's take these, throw them over there. So what's cool about those, again, is that all those shapes are on the custom tray creator, so you're not stuck with just getting what we have for you. You're able to technically take advantage and do your own thing with them. Now, last but not least, let's jump in the kill team here before we burn these people's ears off. So, Billy, what you're getting excited. I saw you get excited. You're trying to grasp at this.
Yes. So
okay, why
the
are
cool
you so
thing
excited?
is, it doesn't look like anything other than the Kill Team Prime Nexus box.
Yes.
But when you open it and you remove the cool tiles board, and
look at this. This is going back in here. That was in there already.
That was fitting.
The always dented and damaged art print because they put it on top of the sprues.
Yes.
Why would you put it on the bottom of the sprues?
And where it spikes into it.
Oh, GW, for Christ's sake. Here's a free poster, but it doesn't work.
Here's the dented corner.
Here's a dented poster for you. Enjoy. Oh, my God. All right, fire away.
Okay. So basically we have 2 different trays that make up this kit. The great thing is we separated it to be where all the terrain goes into one. And now you see you have the book in here. So you have the Prinex, not only the build, but also the categories. You also have the rule book and as well as the different scenarios you have. And then the cool thing is, if you notice the trays, this one's a little bit shorter, and to match the fact that the rule book will be in here, and so they'll still be even. Right? So, and then all the
engineering at its finest.
Yes.
Eat your heart out, Apple. So, we're not available. Busy.
So these will fit both factions. Of course, the Necrons and the Space Marine models. It also has a slot for dice. Also a slot for cards. Sleeved, as you can see.
Sleeved.
And then the other one is all the terrain. So we have slots for all the doors, of course. Then, of course, all the different Necron type terrain and the boxes and all that kind of stuff. So we just made it super cool and convenient. And that way, if you travel, maybe you're a kind of demo kind of guy, maybe you travel along, you can literally just put these foam trays in, open up the box,
slide
it right back in, and it will hold everything. Seal it back up. You can put it back on a shelf. As you can see,
there we go. Bam. As we smash it in there. No.
No.
Oh, hey, you know what that tells me? Time to go, suckers. Yeah. That's the mob calling,
yes.
saying you owe us money, fool. Anyway,
March Madness.
Yeah, March Madness. Anyway, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that was released just recently. You guys can always go to the Battlefoam website to the new products page and see all these things pop up. Follow us on our vlogs. Follow us on our social media accounts. TikTok us. Or
we have a new TikTok.
Follow us on TikTok.
Twitter,
Instagram,
Instagram, Facebook,
all of them. Yes. We're everywhere, and now we're vlogging with you, and we're blogging,
and we're
blogging and vlogging.
Yes,
that's gross. So look for us everywhere, especially in your dreams, where we will both be waiting for you, wearing something very alluring.
Okay, Freddie.
So anyway, hopefully you guys got a lot out of this. As we go forward with this vlog concept, we will try to make this even funner and cooler and more dynamic. And hopefully right now, as I'm doing this with my hands, magic things are happening. Yes. I'm really putting a lot of pressure.
I would like to work in some giveaways.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be kind of cool.
When we get to the point of being able to do cool stuff, we can even give away stuff, which is really fun.
Like if we get more than 100 people.
It's something. Don't get excited. So we're going to do that, and we want to welcome Lucas. He's our graphic designer that we brought on the team just recently. So you'll see a slow change of things as he gets warmed up to the Battlefoam brand, and then as he gets comfortable, you should be able to see really cool things. So we welcome Lucas aboard, and we hope he's with our team for a long time and is able to make things funner for you guys since we're presenting square boxes into darker square boxes.
And I will say, if you have any suggestions of things you'd like to see other than just new releases and stuff, leave them in the comments. We'll definitely look at them and review. So
we'll wear costumes, whatever, man. But other than that,
the dream costumes.
That's all we got for Billy Battlefoam.
Yes.
And the Foamy Overlord. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one. And if you need anything, go to battlefoam.com or email us at info@battlefoam.com, and we'll be happy to help you guys out. Have a great day.